Hi, welcome to Sydney and also welcome here to Central Station. Now today's destination is down to Gerringong. Now it's a Tuesday morning and it's the 2nd of December 2025 and the train we're catching today is the 9:27 a.m. from Central Station, which goes right through to Kiama. And once we get to Kiama, we're going to change for another train, which is going to take us the last link down into Gerringong. We're going to stay the night down there and come back the next day. Anyway, I hope you'll join us for the day. My name's Kerry, and the name of my YouTube channel is Public Transport and Card Hacks. Now, as usual, when you're travelling to the south coast, always get a seat on the left-hand side for the best view. Now, today we're travelling using our Gold Seniors Pensioner Opal card, and this is an Opal service which is going to take us right through to Gerringong. And the fare from Sydney right down to Gerringong is only going to cost $2.50. Now, if you're travelling on a regular Opal card, the fare from Sydney to Gerringong on the day, on Monday to Thursday, will cost you a little bit less than $20. Now, of course, if you're travelling on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it'll cost you less than $10. Now, there are toilets on this train. Now, the trip right down through to Gerringong will take a little bit over 2 hours. The first stop is Walleye Creek, and then Hurstville, Sutherland, Helensburgh, Thurroa, North Wollongong, all stations to Kiama. Then at Kiama we get out and change for a small diesel train, which is going to take us the last leg from Kiama down to Gerringong.
Time 30 must be travelling in the Reed 6 carriages due to a short platform at Helensburgh.
Now, from Helensburgh we get a nice fast run through to Thurroa where we make a stop, and then we're going to make another stop at North Wollongong, and then it's all stations to Kiama where we change for Gerringong.
Next stop is Wollongong.
This is where the Port Kembla line branches off. There it goes around there.
Next stop, Unanderra. This train will stop at Albion Park. This train will stop at Opal.
Well, welcome to Kiama. And of course here's our train to Gerringong waiting for us here at the station. Well, the train's packed. It seems like everybody's going down to Gerringong, Kerry or Bomaderry today. Well, welcome to Gerringong. I was just starting to enjoy all the scenery and everything, and all of a sudden it's time to get off. There's a bus stop in. There's a bus service between, looks like there's 7:37, which is the bus service between Kiama and Bomaderry. Here comes the bus. Kiama via Gerringong. He'd probably go into this. Yeah, he was going to Gerringong. Oh, we'll catch a bus here. Oh, that's great. Oh, where's this? We're just going to Gerringong, thanks, mate. Is that all right? We're just going into Gerringong.
No, this is taking me to Kiama.
Oh, you're not going anywhere.
It only goes to the stations.
Oh, okay then. Okay. Thanks very much. We'll walk. Oh, well, we tried. Town's just up here to the left after leaving the station. Gerringong, 1 kilometre. Well, I think I can make that. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Well, it looks like we've got one last hill to go. There's the top of the hill. We made it. The bakery. Oh, that looks nice. We'll be in there tomorrow morning, first thing. Now where we're staying at is the Park Ridge Retreat, and it's just around here somewhere, and I think that's it, just over there with the big PR on it. Yes, that's it. Park Ridge Retreat, boutique accommodation. Yeah. Let's see, we're third on the right. Gee, this very nice. Oh yes, very nice. Oh, very nice. Oh, beautiful. and a balcony. Now that's something you don't get in a hotel very often, isn't it? A balcony. Ah. Nice coffee cups and biscuits. Now this is an absolutely beautiful hotel motel, or they call it a retreat. It's called the Park Ridge Retreat, and it's absolutely perfect. It's perfectly clean. It's like it's just been painted, and it's just like the bathroom has just been all remodelled. Absolutely beautiful. Now, when I booked it, first of all, I went to booking.com, and it was about $180 a night. And then I went to Expedia.com, and it was about $170 a night. And then I had a few points with Expedia from booking other hotels, so that took $5 off. And then I went into expedia.com.au/MasterCard and searched for it there. And then I typed in the MasterCard code and I got another 8% off, which brought the price down to $153 for the night. And that's very good. Anyway, I'm an affiliate with Booking.com, Expedia.com, and if you book through my links, which I'm going to put below, I'll receive a small commission. It'll cost you nothing more. It's just that they send me a small commission if you use the links in the description. Anyway, thanks very much if you do use the links, and I promise you, if I get a small commission, I'll spend the money very wisely and I won't waste it. I'll have a schooner of you, thanks, yeah. Cheers. Ah, delicious. Now the food and the drinks look really good here. It's called the Hill Bar and Restaurant. But we thought we might take a little bit of a walk down to the beach. And down on the beach is the Gerringong Bowling Club. And of course they have a restaurant and food in there. So we thought, well, we'll take a walk down. We might have something to eat down there. And the good thing about going down there and having something to eat is that there's a courtesy bus to bring us back up the hill. So anyway, let's make a move and get down there and have a look. Easy going down, but it'd be hard coming back up. I hope the courtesy bus is running tonight. This is a very steep footpath for without a handrail. I can see the bowling club just through there. So we're getting close. Here it is. There's the bolo over there. The blind leading the blind. But just in front of me is the beach. So before we go to the bowling club, we'll just duck over and have a look at the beach. Now you can't see them very well probably, but there are ocean baths over there. Now dinner time starts at 5:30 at the club now. Looks like we're right on time. So I got a rump steak with Diane sauce. And Chris got a schnitzel, chicken schnitzel with mushroom sauce. Well, that was a very nice meal. The steak was cooked perfectly, just slightly burnt on the outside on the char grill, and nice and pink in the middle. And the chips were perfect too. They were nice and soft in the middle and really nice and crunchy on the outside. I'm not really a steak and chips sort of person. I'm more of a seafood and salad type person. But that meal was very nice. It was a very nice club, and the people in there, the people who work there, are very helpful and friendly. And there's one little problem. The only problem is that, well, they advertise they've got a courtesy bus. But the problem is the courtesy bus doesn't run on a Monday or a Tuesday night. And guess what? It's Tuesday night. Now we've got to walk up the hill to get back to the motel. Anyway, a person working there told us to walk down here a bit further, walk down towards the caravan park, and there's a street to the left, and walk through the caravan park, and that is a much easier way to get up the hill. Oh well, that's life when you use public transport. That wasn't too bad. Looks like we turn left here and head up into town. Not as steep and as rugged as I thought it would be. Here we are back in town again. Well, it wasn't that bad. We made it anyway. Head back to the hotel, we'll retreat, and we'll have a cup of tea, I think. Home sweet home. Well, that was a very restful night's sleep. Quiet, you couldn't get a quieter place to stay anywhere. Absolutely, and the bed was perfect. This is a perfect place to stay. Anyway, we'll check around, make sure we've got everything. Yeah. Right, we're ready to go. Let's head downtown. Plastic. Oh well. Okay. Bye. In fact, there's a coffee shop right next to the retreat. Check out those apple turnovers. Oh, look at all those cakes, cream cakes there. I bet you that's nice fresh cream. They've just put it together this morning. Oh, very tempting. Yeah, the coffee's coming. So that's a good deal. There's a large cappuccino and a cinnamon swirl, or whatever they call it. Was just $10.50. That's not too bad. Well, one more view before we go. Now yesterday when we were having a beer, having a drink here at the Hill Bar and Kitchen, I looked over to the left and a bus arrived at the bus stop just here. A bus. Anyway, I come over to the bus stop and there's a bus at 9 o'clock weekday mornings. It goes down to Gerroa, which is a little town a little bit further down the coast, and then it sort of loops around and goes back to Kiama. So I thought we'll take that back instead of taking the train back to Kiama, because it's a different route. Well, here comes the bus now. Now on this bus, we can't use our Opal cards, but we can buy a red ticket, which will take us down to Gerroa and back to Kiama. Now the driver's turned around here and we're heading back to Gerringong and then into Kiama. I remember back when I was a kid, I had an uncle and an auntie who used to come down to Gerroa every year. This is back in the early 60s right through to the mid 70s, and they came down in something like 15, maybe 20 years in a row. And I remember my father convincing them, hey, why don't you go off to the Gold Coast and check out the Gold Coast, it's really nice up there. And so they thought, oh well, we'll do that. So they went up the Gold Coast. Nah, they didn't like it. And they, anyway, next year they were back again at Gerroa. Okay, we're now heading back towards Gerringong and into Kiama. Thanks very much. Well, here we are, back at Kiama Station. Now down there's our train, just arrived, that we would have caught from Gerringong if we had have caught the train. But coming up on the bus, that was a great trip, all right. So if this train from Gerringong's just arrived, we should have a train to Sydney very soon. There it is, fast train to Sydney in 8 minutes. Now here comes our Sydney bound train now. It's going to terminate here at Kiama and return back to Sydney with us on board. That's all, folks. We're going to get on this train now and return back to Sydney. And before I go, I'd like to thank all the train drivers, all the bus drivers, all the guards and all the people who work in the transport industry, and I'd also like the people who work in the hospitality industry, because without you people there wouldn't be much fun in life, would there? Anyway, thanks very much for watching the video, and we'll see all you guys next week. Now, to finish off the video, I'm going to be on the train and we're going to pass through, leave Kiama, and then we're going to pass through the tunnel and then come out and we'll get a nice view of Bombo to finish the video. Again, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.